Hi, this is Nancy Mansell coming to you from CNM Behind the Glass. Now we're going to look at dividing by a binomial. Unlike dividing by a monomial, whenever you try to divide by a binomial, it has to be done like long division. So if you're like me, you haven't done long division in 200 years, so let's go over the steps. Step 1, divide. 5 goes into 36 7 times. Step 2, multiply. 7 times 5 is 35. Step 3, subtract. Step 4, bring down. Are we done? No. 5 is smaller than 11, so we're not done, and we'll start over. Step 1, divide. 5 goes into 11 twice. Step 2, multiply. 2 times 5 is 10. Step 3, subtract. That's 1. Step 4, bring down. Okay. Are we done? No, 5's still smaller than 14, so we'll have to do this again. 5 goes into 14 twice. So step 1 was divide. Step 2 is multiply. 2 times 5 is 10. Step 3 is subtract. Step 4 is bring down. Well, there's nothing to bring down. So we have a couple of choices here. We could say R4, meaning remainder 4. No, that's too junior high. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to say plus the remainder over the divisor. Okay, so that was with numbers. Now let's try a polynomial. 2m squared plus m minus 10 divided by m minus 2. Okay. Steps are still the same. Step 1, divide. What would you have to multiply by m if you wanted to end up with 2m squared? Well, you'd need 2m. Next, we're going to multiply. 2m times m is 2m squared. And 2m times negative 2 is negative 4m. Now, if you remember our example over here with numbers, our next step was to subtract. But we never subtract. Instead of subtracting, we're going to add the opposite. So change both of those signs, and now we can just add. And look what happens over here. These cancel out by design. The reason we picked that was so that these would cancel out. So now 1m plus 4m is 5m, and step 4 was bring down. Okay, so are we done? No, because this is still smaller than that, so we have to start over. What times m gives you 5m? Well, that would be 5. Step 2 is multiply. 5 times m is 5m, and 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Step 3 was to subtract, but we never subtract. We always just add the opposite, and there's no remainder. So what if you wanted to check this and make sure that it was right? What's the opposite of dividing? Well, it's multiplying. So we could do FOIL. 2m plus 5 times m minus 2. First, 2m squared. Outsides, minus 4m. Insides, plus 5m. And last, minus 10. Collect your like terms, and you have 2m squared plus m minus 10. And that's exactly what we started with. So you know that if this is a test question, you got this one right. Have a good afternoon.